That's my dad. That's my mom.
Released on July 29th, 1998, The Parent Trap is a romantic comedy about identical twins, Hallie Parker and Annie James, who were separated at birth when their parents divorced, each raised by one parent on a different continent, and who meet by accident at a summer camp in Maine before devising an elaborate plan to switch places and reunite their mother and father. One cast member became the most photographed comeback story of the 2020s. One died on a beginner's ski slope at 45. One won $1 million on a game show and gave it all away. One never married, never stopped working, and in 2025 became the Azalea Queen of Wilmington. So where did they all end up? Dennis Quaid plays Nicholas Nick Parker, the Napa Valley vineyard owner who has spent 11 years not quite moving on from the woman he divorced, who needs to be reminded of what he already knows. Quaid plays Nick with a disarming ease that makes you understand immediately why Elizabeth fell in love with him, and why two daughters decided he was worth the scheme. Dennis Quaid was born Dennis William Quaid on April 9th, 1954, in Houston, Texas, to an electrician father and a real estate agent mother. His brothers Randy and Buddy both became actors. He is a distant first cousin twice removed of Gene Autry. He studied drama at the University of Houston before dropping out to move to Hollywood. His career spanned 6 decades, Breaking Away, The Right Stuff, Great Balls of Fire as Jerry Lee Lewis, Inner Space, The Big Easy, Far From Heaven, Frequency, The Day After Tomorrow. He battled cocaine addiction in the 1980s and spent years regaining his footing. His second marriage to Meg Ryan, whom he met on the set of Inner Space, ended in 2001 after she had a widely reported affair with Russell Crowe. Their son Jack Quaid is now a major actor in his own right. After The Parent Trap, Dennis Quaid married real estate agent Kimberly Buffington in 2004. They had twins before divorcing in 2018. In 2020, he married Laura Savoy, a 26-year-old accountant, a 39-year age gap that generated headlines. He appeared at a Donald Trump campaign rally in 2024. He played Ronald Reagan in the 2024 biopic, calling Reagan his favorite president. "Laura's the love of my life," he told People in 2023. He is 72 years old as of May 2026. Elaine Hendricks plays Meredith Blake, the villain, the gold-digging publicist engaged to Nick Parker, who comes very close to winning, and whose relationship with the twins is the film's purest comic engine. Hendricks plays Meredith with a precise, self-aware nastiness that makes her one of the great movie villains of the 1990s. She also appeared in a cameo in Freakier Friday in 2025 as Blake Cale, a direct Easter egg for fans of her Meredith. Elaine Hendricks was born Catherine Elaine Hendricks on December 28, 1970, in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Her father was serving in Vietnam at the time of her birth. She attended the Northside School of Performing Arts in Atlanta, became a professional dancer, and was training at a high level when a 1992 car accident changed her trajectory. She transitioned to acting and spent years building a career in television before this film. She is never married and has no children. She founded the Pet Matchmaker, an animal rescue organization, and received the Human Rights Campaign's Ally for Equality Award in 2022 for her LGBTQ advocacy. In 2025, she competed on Dancing with the Stars, placing 5th, and described it as a second chance at a dream after her accident 30 years earlier. She is 55 years old as of May 2026. Natasha Richardson plays Elizabeth Liz James, Annie's mother, the London-based wedding dress designer who has spent 11 years not quite moving on from the man she divorced, whose entire arc is the proof of what the twins already know. The parents never stopped loving each other. Richardson plays Elizabeth with a warmth and a brightness that makes the film's romantic resolution feel earned rather than inevitable. Natasha Richardson was born Natasha Jane Richardson on May 11, 1963 in London, England, into one of the most celebrated theatrical dynasties in British history. Her mother was Vanessa Redgrave. Her father was film director Tony Richardson. Her grandfather was Sir Michael Redgrave. She appeared on film for the first time at age 4 in a film directed by her own father. She attended the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama. Her Broadway debut in a 1993 revival of Eugene O'Neill's Anna Christie was electrifying, and the chemistry between her and her co-star, Liam Neeson, was only partly performed. They married in 1994. She later said, "Theater gave me Liam, and it gave me a Tony." She won the Tony Award for Best Actress in a musical for the 1998 revival of Cabaret, the same year as this film. On March 16, 2009, Natasha Richardson was on a ski vacation at Mont Tremblant in Quebec with Liam Neeson and their 2 sons, Michial and Daniel. She was taking a beginner's ski lesson on the Nansen Slope, a gentle, easy trail, when she fell and hit her head. She seemed fine. She told her instructor she was alright, signed a medical waiver, and walked back to her hotel. She called Neeson in Toronto, where he was filming. "I've taken a tumble in the snow," she told him. Within hours, she had developed developed a catastrophic headache. She was transferred by ambulance to a Montreal hospital, then flown to Lenox Hill Hospital in Manhattan, where her family gathered. She was removed from life support on March 18, 2009. The cause of death was an epidural hematoma caused by the fall. She was 45 years old. She is buried at St. Peter's Episcopal Cemetery in Millbrook, New York. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We release new videos every week. Lisa Ann Walter plays Chessie, the Parker family housekeeper, the woman who raised Hallie and who is, in every scene she's in, the most emotionally honest person in the room. Walter plays Chessie with the big-hearted directness that makes the reunion scene, when Chessie realizes that Annie is not Hallie, one of the film's most quietly devastating moments. Lisa Ann Walter was born on August 3, 1963, in Silver Spring, Maryland. Her father was a British-French geophysicist of Alsatian descent, her mother a Sicilian-American substitute teacher. She graduated from Catholic University of America with a theater degree in 1983, the same year she married fellow actor Sam Baum. They had 4 children before he came out to her as gay in 1999. She began her career as a stand-up comedian, created and starred in the ABC sitcom Life's Work, which drew 19 million weekly viewers in 1996, appeared in Bruce Almighty and Shall We Dance, and spent years building a resume that seemed perpetually one break away from what it deserved. That break came at 58, when Quinta Brunson cast her as Melissa Schiamenti in Abbott Elementary. The show premiered in 2021 and immediately became one of the most acclaimed comedies on American television. Walter posted on social media, "Almost 60 and Quinta Brunson changed my life. You never know." She won a Screen Actors Guild Award with the cast in 2023. She won $1 million on Celebrity Jeopardy! In 2024 and donated the entire amount to the Entertainment Community Fund. She has accumulated $1.187 million total in game show winnings, the 18th highest in American history. In 2026, she released her debut stand-up special on Hulu, which she directed herself. She is 62 years old as of May 2026. Lindsay Lohan plays Hallie Parker and Annie James, the California girl and the London girl, who are immediately recognizable to each other as themselves, and who require their actress to play 2 different people in the same scene, hold 2 different accents simultaneously, and make all of it look effortless. She was 11 years old. It was her film debut. Lindsay Lohan was born Lindsay D. Lohan on July 2, 1986, in the Bronx, New York City, and grew up in Merrick and Cold Spring Harbor, Long Island. Her father, Michael, was a Wall Street trader. Her mother, Dina, was a dancer and singer. She was signed to Ford Models at age 3 and appeared in over 60 commercials before her first acting role. Director Nancy Meyers handpicked her for the dual role after a remarkable audition, and she did not use a body double for any of the scenes in which the twins appeared together. After the film, she became one of the defining actresses of her generation as a teenager. Freaky Friday, Mean Girls, Herbie, Fully Loaded. Before a decade of tabloid headlines, DUI arrests, multiple stints in rehabilitation, and what appeared to be a career that would not survive its own chaos, Lindsay Lohan moved to Dubai in 2014, married Kuwaiti financier Badr Shamas in 2022, and their son Luai, whose name means shield in Arabic, was born in 2023. In November 2022, Netflix described its deal with Lohan as the Lindsay Lohan Essence. Falling for Christmas marked her return to screens. Irish Wish and Our Little Secret followed in 2024. She returned to the Mean Girls universe in 2024 and in 2025, reteamed with Jamie Lee Curtis in the Freaky Friday sequel Freakier Friday, her first major theatrical release in 12 years. She is 38 years old as of May 2026. Simon Coons plays Martin, Elizabeth's devoted butler, who sends Annie off to camp with a checklist of sunblock, lip balm, insect repellent, stamps, and photographs of her mother and grandfather, and who meets Chessie for the first time in a Speedo by the pool. The film's most unexpected romance is between 2 butlers. Simon Kuntz was born Simon Charles Kuntz on October 15, 1962, in Edmonton, London. His grandfather was Charlie Kuntz, an American-born pianist who settled in England and had a UK Top 20 hit with piano medley number 114 in 1954. Simon attended Latimer Upper School and earned a degree in theater studies at the University of Warwick, where he also played drums in a university band called the Locomotives. He made his film debut in 4 Weddings and a Funeral in 1994. His subsequent credits include Goldeneye as the Severnaya duty officer, Match Point for Woody Allen, Captain America, The First Avenger, The Last Kingdom, Sherlock as Sir Edwin, 2014 to 2017, and F1 in 2025. In real life, he became best friends with Lisa Ann Walter, Chessie in this film, Martin's on-screen love interest. He was previously married to Ashley Phillips. He married Brianna Australian Sodi in 2013 and has 3 children. He is 63 years old as of May 2026. Polly Holiday plays Marva Culp Sr., the camp's no-nonsense senior counselor, who presides over the twins' initial conflict and whose tolerance for their chaos diminishes at roughly the same rate theirs for each other increases. Holiday plays her with the deadpan authority of someone who has seen everything twice. Polly Holiday was born Polly Dean Holiday on July 2nd, 1937, in Jasper, Alabama. Her father was a truck driver, and she used to ride along with him in summers, eating at truck stops where she watched waitresses joke with the regulars. There would always be a waitress like Flo with a joke ready, she told People magazine. She studied piano at what is now the University of Montevallo, pursued graduate work at Florida State University, taught school, and spent 7 seasons with the Asolo Repertory Theater in Sarasota before making her Broadway debut. In 1976, she was cast as Florence Jean Flo Castleberry on Alice, the CBS sitcom, and her catchphrase, "Kiss my grits!" made her a national figure. She won 2 Golden Globe Awards and received 4 Emmy nominations. She also played the memorably wicked Mrs. Deagle in Gremlins, killed by the eponymous creatures via a tampered stairlift. She received a Tony Award nomination for Cat on a Hot Tin Roof on Broadway in 1990. She never married. She was deeply involved with Grace Church and Greenwich Village's Choral Society for decades. She died on September 9, 2025, at her home in Manhattan of pneumonia. She was 88. Maggie Wheeler plays Marva Culp Jr., the camp's junior counselor, the daughter, who inherits both her mother's authority and her mother's exasperation, and whose chemistry with Polly Holiday is the film's most consistently reliable comic relationship. Maggie Wheeler was born Margaret Emily Jacobson on August 7, 1961, in New York City. Her father was a member of the New York Stock Exchange. Her mother, Barbara Jacobson, was a prominent art collector. She attended the Calhoun School in Manhattan. She built her career through voice acting and New York theater in the 1980s, before a run of television roles in the 1990s. She dated David Duchovny before his X-Files fame. She married sculptor and photographer Daniel Borden Wheeler in 1990, and they have 2 daughters. She auditioned for the lead role of Monica Geller on Friends and didn't get it, but the producers were so impressed they created a recurring role for her. Janice Littman Guralnick, with her extraordinary nasal laugh and her catchphrase, appeared across all 10 seasons in 19 episodes, among the most frequent guest appearances in the show's history. She is also a singer, songwriter, and choir director. She voiced Shirley in Bob's Burgers in 2024 and 2025. She is 64 years old as of May 2026. Thanks for sticking around until the end. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos exploring your favorite casts from the past.